So people here in the United States are now reporting that their bank accounts are getting flagged, they're being frozen.
It's always been us versus them.
I can't believe that they're making another one.
Well, I don't think we're going to necessarily ask for a declaration of war. I think we're just going to kill people that are bringing drugs into our country.
What up, man? Giving you another react, so sit back, relax, observe, and let's get into it, y'all. Roll the clip.
Kai Cenat is wanted by the FBI as wanted posters of him are being hung all over New York, which state this. There is two mugshots of Kai Cenat, age 23, born December 16, 2001, hometown Bronx, New York, hair black, eyes brown, race black. Language is English, last known location Atlanta, occupation mafia boss, scars and marks none, nationality American. And then it goes into his criminal record. Kai Cenat has been convicted of collusion, engaging in a criminal enterprise, and interstate transportation of stolen goods. A federal warrant has been issued charging Kai Cenat with unlawful flight to avoid confinement for racketeering and other organized crime-related offenses, Title 18 U.S. Code. If you have information on this individual, notify police or contact your local U.S. FBI office. Telephone number is listed below, and it's not listed anywhere below. Just Mafiathon 3. That's right, getting ready for Mafiathon 3, the FBI is trying to locate Kai Cenat, which is great marketing for Mafiathon 3, and I can't wait to see it September 1st, whole month. What do you guys think about this W Kai Cenat?
Is the 3-eye atlas really just a comet? That's a no. Thank you. Is it actually an alien spacecraft? No. Then what is it? Are there any life forms on it? Yes. Sorry, my dog is snoring. It's just my dog. Are these humans from the past? Are there humans on 3-eye atlas? I'm getting a yes on that. I've also been it reminds me of a time capsule.
So now, we got the dowels and rods determining whether or not there's humans on 3-eye atlas. Super interesting, I must say. What do you guys think?
They don't want you to know this, but you can manipulate energy with nothing more than your focus and emotion. Every thought you think is energy. Every feeling you hold creates a frequency. And the universe? It's not responding to your words. It's responding to your vibration. You want to change your life? Stop trying to force outcomes in the 3D world and start shifting energy in the field. Visualize with intention. Feel it as if it's already real. Hold that energy long enough, and the quantum field must reorganize to match it. This isn't magic, it's science. Your energy is your signature. So ask yourself, what are you broadcasting today?
When you can study someone, access their information, and you take that information and that data and you understand how they move, what they eat, when they eat, what they scroll, the seconds in between each post, what they looking at, how their eyes twitching. You're taking data and feeding this into massive machines, yes. And these machines are recognizing your brain pattern on studying how to affect you. And you don't realize that you're being controlled and manipulated. Social media is not a safe space.
That is not a game. You guys should search on here if you're not awakened and you think this is all conspiracy. Okay, humor yourself, because this is ultimately for you. Go see how effective AI is with using large language models for the intention of persuasion. Large language models. And once you see and hear from some of the experts that are quote-unquote whistleblowers or concerned citizens, you're not gonna like what you hear. You know, I made a video on this right here and how it got translated to this. And that video is being suppressed. But in this is a certain agenda or movement that certain timeline they're pushing for. Well, I feel like, you probably feel like, and have you seen the White House lately? Ballroom, huh? I feel like the timeline is moving up. We thought we had to 2029. But, again, have you seen the White House lately? Like they're building a bunker or something. But I don't know. I never thought I would see the White House get dismantled the way it is. With 3-eye atlas and everything. The T-word humanism movement is on full effect. I'm going to make a video today talking about the devil's greatest trick, because I figured it out in about 2-3 hours. And the T-humanism movement is about to make a whole lot more sense. Way more than just human evolution, but your divinity. To be trapped and siphoned off without a reincarnation cycle. So you people out there, I still believe those stars do not lie. They've been there forever and have been on point. And they are trying to rush and stop and fuck up the timeline with this prophecy. Stars have never lied. And there's an attack on the storyline of the stars, whether you know it or not. And don't say it's demonic. Your fucking religion followed the stars to find Jesus. But Jesus is the morning star, but astrology is demonic.
Right, how they say Jesus is the morning star, but so is Lucifer. Make it make sense. Comment down below.
Hey, so people are crashing out over the fact that we've been lied to about everything. We've been lied to about the system, the promises of the American dream, and the fact that we are all just a bunch of slaves living on a giant plantation. That's all it is. And you can disagree with me, I don't care. But I can tell you right now, personal experience, I'm tired of being screwed every direction. I'm tired of this lie, this system, this government, these politicians, the indoctrination, the propaganda, the media. Everything's all a freaking lie. And so I'm crashing out with y'all. I can tell you right now, I hate it. They can print their own money, yet we pay taxes. We, whatever. Too much red wine. But either way, we pay taxes and they can print their own money. They print it out of thin air and they screw us over. They lie to us. They freaking stolen our lives from us. This whole system's a sham. It's all a fraud. And you know what? I'll crash out with the rest of y'all. This whole system is garbage.
It's always been us versus them. The Galactic Federation against the Elohim. Despite their petty wars that they've had amongst each other, the reptilian draconians, the Lyrans, these insectoids and the Zeta Grays fighting each other, and then they created the Galactic Alliance to help defend themselves from the reptilians. I don't give a fuck what happened. At the end of the day, you guys came here to this earth and colonized the indigenous people, the indigenous fifth dimensional Elohim. You placed the dome over the earth and then flooded this whole environment with oxygen. These beings are now proclaiming peace, love, and light, when you guys are literally terrorized and killed a majority of our people on this planet. It just makes me so mad that they claim that the Galactic Federation is here to do good for us and change the way that... All in all, they just need to let us go. They need to release the Titans. They need to remove the dome off the earth and go to another district and create your own civilization. Y'all got our melanin already. Y'all learned how to extract the melanin. You took it already. So at this point, you don't need us no more. Y'all just need to let us go. This one thing mankind needs to understand is that mankind is actually greater than the Galactic Federation, the Archons, the Lyrans, and these reptilian they just got advanced technology. But like I told you, these beings don't know how to love. These beings can't even laugh. So they sitting here watching you because you're closer to the source, because you got joy in your heart. Who has the most joy on the planet? Black people. So that's why we're connected to the source, because again, melanin is connected to the fifth dimension. But what I'm saying is that the Caucasian here has been learning from us. They know how to laugh too. They have a good time too. These Archon, demonic, Galactic Federation, they so far away from the source, thinking that their technology is going to save them, but it's not. Honestly, I do not care how much peace and love the Galactic Federation is trying to teach now. When the dome is released, we're going to kick your fucking ass. Prepare yourselves for Mortal Kombat.
I'm so ready. Facts. Make sure to check out my video, The Galactic Federation of Light Exposed, on this channel. It's a banger. What do y'all think on everything he just said? Make sure to comment below.
You really gotta hand it to President Cheeto Dust Epstein. He really knows how to push out good people. This is General Thomas Bussier from the Air Force Global Strike Command. The first one to go, literally within hours of Keg's Breath and Cheeto Dust Epstein at Quantico. Yeah. Top Air Force General announces retirement, October 2nd. And of course, he doesn't blame President Cheeto Dust or Keg's Breath for the retirement. After much reflection and with a full heart, Barb and I have made a difficult decision to request retirement from the U.S. Air Force for personal and family reasons. I find this important for a lot of reasons. He was nominated by the administration to be the next Air Force Vice Chief of Staff in July, but in September, that nomination was withdrawn. Bussier's retirement came hours after SecDef Pete Hegseth called an extraordinary gathering of top military officials in Quantico, where he announced he was raising fitness standards and overhauling the military's internal complaint and investigation process. This is a purge. This is a purge. And they are leveling up the loyalists and getting rid of the non-loyalists. That's what they're doing. And it's all intentional. They're looking for people who are ready to turn on the American people, and they're getting rid of the people who won't. I wish this man a glorious retirement, and I hope that we can see him out here standing up for the people.
We definitely need to have some people standing up for America, because from the looks of it, everyone, all of the top leaders in the military ranks, they're all retiring en masse at the last minute when everything is about to hit the fan. What is it? AI has the gun to their head? Holding their family for ransoms and shit? I don't know. Think about it, y'all.
People, according to that book of bullshit, God is the devil, and the devil is God. And throughout that entire book, how is it that Satan is responsible for only bringing 10 people to their demise? But God, 2.4 million. Stop fixing your eyes to read the pages. Stop uttering the things you've heard from it. And most importantly, stop cursing your children by naming them after the names that's from that book of bullshit. Join my live.
Now, we have just received a new update from European Space Agency, where they have now shared the first ever close-up image of the 3i Atlas, which is said to be this massive mothership that's heading towards Earth, and supposedly it's going to get close to Earth exactly on 29th October 2025. Now, European Space Agency has just shared some new footage, where this is basically what they've been sharing so far. It's a massive mothership-like structure, where in between there is just this one spot from which there's a massive light that's emanating out. Now, on October 3rd, this object literally flew extremely close to the planet Mars. And according to the European Space Agency, they've actually revealed this new photo, which is captured by the Mars rover, which they claim is a robot that just keeps driving around in the planet Mars. And as soon as this object got close to Mars, it ended up clicking a picture, and this is basically what it looks like. Now, as you can see, this whole thing has a cylindrical shape, and it's very, very massive in size. Compared to what they were expecting before, they said that it was going to be as big as a Manhattan city size, but now they've just said that it's probably 1,000 times bigger than what they have previously expected. And the fun part is that this whole object, it only emits light from this particular spot for whatever reason, as though it's some sort of an engine that has an exit combustion, which almost makes the Harvard scientists believe that this could not just be some sort of a random comet, whereas they now claim that this could be some sort of a space alien technology, or maybe the fallen angels from the scriptures who used to live before us humans did on Earth. And we don't exactly know on what happened to every single one of them. Some believe that they just took off from Earth and they had some ancient technology that was like way beyond our understanding. And maybe they suspect that they could be finally coming back to Earth. And maybe now they know that we are very advanced in civilization, and we've also got many weapons, which means that even if they come to Earth, we could basically attack, or maybe not destroy, but at least attack them or whatever. So according to the Professor Avi Loeb, he claims that the reason why this whole thing is like just basically hiding out in the space and it's trying to take a trajectory which is going to be hiding behind the sun, so that we can't really know what its next move is. Now, this is apparently what the object looks like, and if you just x-ray scan it, This is basically what the entire object looks like from Mars. And this, apparently they say that it was captured from Mars, but we don't really know what the truth is. It just seems like a beam of light. This is basically how it traveled. That definitely doesn't look like a comet to me. This is like the official pictures that the European Space Agency basically shared. And if you take a look at this, and this is basically what the Mars rover actually captured. And they say that there is some sort of an engine or some sort of a mechanism that's just flying around in space. And this is how huge it looks. It definitely doesn't look like a random rock that's just floating around in space. Now, we've actually got Professor Avi Loeb speaking about this thing, who's a professor from the Harvard Space Research Team, and he's the one that actually claims that this is...
I don't know, man. With everything that we've all collectively learned about Mars and the truth about NASA and the globe versus the flat Earth, it's either one or the other. I understand there's different timelines happening all at the same time, but in the grand scheme of things, it's either the truth or it's a lie.
Bro is waiting in the dispensary parking lot, asking people if they have any spare roaches. I don't think y'all understand. The crash out levels is about to go through the roof. No food stamps equals no to less weed money. Like, y'all about to have people out here hangry and sober. That's a diabolical combination. Because the food money got to come out of some budget, and that's the first one it usually comes from. All I'm saying is just be nicer to people in these coming days, because that blunt and those snacks may have been the only thing stopping your coworker from putting you first in line for a meet and greet with God Almighty.
He ain't lying, he ain't lying. Don't be going in the corner asking other people for roaches though, man. Come on, it ain't that deep, son. Please.
I can't believe that they're making another one. We just got some news on the Purge 6 and they're pushing these out faster than my ass pushes shit after having a curry. As you can tell, I don't think the Purge movies are great. In fact, last night when we watched the first Purge movie, my mum said it's the shittest film she's ever seen. She also said she was annoyed because she only gets a couple hours a week to relax and she wasted it watching this. Anyways, it's been just over 4 years since the last Purge movie, The Forever Purge, which was originally going to be the final movie. However, Blumhouse came up with the genius decision that they want to make a Purge 6. And a couple days ago, in an interview with Bloody Disgusting, the writer and creator James DeMonico revealed some big updates. Firstly, he said they have finished a script and it could start filming later this year or early next year. He also teases that a fan favourite character may return. This is probably Frank Grillo as Leo Barnes, because Frank said this in an interview last year. This film would be the last of the last. It's like the guy who keeps retiring. So it does sound like this would be the final movie, but don't be surprised if they make more. The real Purge is the torture you get from watching these films. Now, the question you're probably wondering is, when will the Purge 6 release? Well, if they start filming when the creator said, then we could expect a late 2026 or even early 2027 release date. Honestly though, the Purge 6 in 2027 just sounds ridiculous. Just finish these movies already. Anyways, the real question is, do you guys want another Purge movie, or should they just let it die already?
Well, I don't think we're going to necessarily ask for a declaration of war. I think we're just going to kill people that are bringing drugs into our country. Okay? We're going to kill them. You know, they're going to be like dead. Okay?
What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Like, did we all just watch that shit? What the fuck? We know that the main people that bring drugs into this fucking country are American citizens. We obviously know that Donald Trump ain't talking about all the motherfucking white Americans that are bringing drugs when they're going on their motherfucking trips out the country. So he's trying to find a justification for just waging fucking war on anybody. I cannot believe that MAGA got fucking duped into believing that this fucking child was going to be the peace president, or he could fucking handle being the president again and not just unilaterally fucking everybody. I can't believe we're gonna shoot him dead. You know, dead. We're gonna kill him. I don't like we are entering some really dangerous fucking times at the behest of this motherfucker right here, and I don't know what the fuck we do for the next 3 years when he's literally about to plunge us into like probably a global fucking war. This is insane.
Mr. DT knows exactly what he's doing, y'all. Damn, that was some crazy set of videos, though. What do you guys think about everything that Trump just said? The cat's out of the bag, y'all. What y'all think?
The next step in their master plan that you just heard Steve Bannon talking about, as well as the Kushners, is the purge. Let me explain. If you've ever watched any of the purges, even the last one that just came out during Trump's last presidency in 2020, the purge has never been about a free night of unaliving people. The purge has always been about the government enacting an experiment to unalive multiple people through the ways of civil war to control the population. And I 100% believe that after rewatching The Purge all the way from election year to Purge Forever After, we're well on our way to witnessing another annual purge. I want everyone to go back and watch these movies so you understand where the government plays a huge part in this and how white supremacy has always been the center of every single purge movie we've ever witnessed. I went back and watched them last night and I realized that, hey, this could very well happen as the government instilled the purge as a way to insect or insurrect, one might add, population control. Does that not sound familiar? The thing that struck me the most about The Purge Forever After, which was the one that just came out recently, the last one, and all the other purges before, was number one, they were always insurrected by white supremacists and the KKK. The purge started with white supremacists and ended with white people having to cross the border back into Mexico for refugee from a civil war that happened in the United States. The purge has always been a civil war. Leave the world behind and the purge are two things that I feel like we're closer to than liberty, freedom, and tax with representation. Watch and pay attention to what happens next.
It's 2026 and the first purge is about to start in America. What? Watch my video Apocalypto. Is the purge coming? I go into way further detail on all of this purge talk and get right to the point with it all. What do you guys think about all this purge nonsense, man? Crazy times we're in, y'all. Spam it up in the comments.
All right, Miss Duncan, shoulders loose, big breath in for me.
Okay.
And out.
Here we go. Sweet heavens, was that supposed to happen?
Definitely not.
You
like
just
that.
installed me into the wall, young man.
I'm so
All right, Mrs. K, just a little pressure to unroll that back, okay? Big breath in, and drop.
I'm sitting up straight.
I haven't done that before.
Nice and easy, just loosening things up.
Feels kind of
A
good.
little more pressure.
Careful, Doc.
Good.
Oh, crap!
Mr. Jensen, you okay?
That was my favorite.
Hold still, Ethel. Just checking alignment.
Alignment?
Nah, this isn't working. Plan B.
Wait, what plan?
Wind up and release. Textbook throw.
Okay, Mrs. Parsons, just cross your arms like we talked about. Little lift, little stretch. You're gonna hear a pop, all right?
I'm ready, dear.
And here we go.
Oh my, Mrs. Parsons, I'm so sorry.
3, 2, and 1. Yeah! Come on, up, let's go. Now, please go to the front desk and pay, ma'am. Get up, come on. Let's move.
Yo, AI is going overboard, man.
That's why I did that. I made deals with the devil in order to get that. Have a 6 and another 6 and another 6, so we'll keep going. And I am the chosen one. As Pope? I'd like to be Pope. I don't think there's anything going to get me in heaven. Okay, I really don't. I think I'm not maybe heaven bound. This took 3,000 years to get to this point. Can you believe it? And it's going to hold up too. It's going to hold.
Gucci Mane is no longer around. Wait until you hear what his wife said. Yo, this is some creepy stuff right here.
At one point, I called his attorney, I called some bodyguards, and I just planned a whole kidnap, and we kidnapped him and took him to the hospital because we could not get him to the hospital. And he was trying to fight them and everything, but it was 6 of them. He couldn't handle it. And we threw him in the car. He would try to jump out the car. So we put him in the center of the car, you know? And that was like his last episode.
That's a 5150, right? That's what they call it? When you go to the, like, yeah.
Yeah, but they try to do things where he could sign himself out. And I'm like, he's not signing. Like, I'm stern with them. He's not signing himself out.
It's plain as day that all of the conspiracy theories surrounding Gucci Mane and how different he looked when he got out of prison are true. Because this isn't the same guy at all. She is literally telling you this without telling you, because she mentions last episode and talks about kidnapping him. I mean, come on, that is wild. What do you think?
What do you guys think? In my humble opinion, I feel that all of these celebrities have all reached the end of their contract, the NDAs and all that good stuff, and now it's time to pay up. Y'all seen what's the side effect of that? What do you guys think? Spam it up in the comments.
All public benefit systems will now require national biometric ID enrollment. Benefits will be restored upon chip implantation.
They're making us choose.
Open it up, we need food! It's gone! EBT don't work nowhere!
Power grid outages are continuing across the officials urge residents to remain. That's it. They really cut us off.
Mama, is this all we got?
To continue receiving nutritional credits, citizens must verify identity via implantable bio-ID. Please remain calm and follow the directions of registration officials.
Can you run it again?
It's not taking any of it.
Did yours go through? All the cards are down?
Hold still. No chip, no eggs.
But I just...
Move along, ma'am.
Come on, baby. Mama? Is this all we got?
Hold out your wrist. Next, hold out your wrist.
I don't want it.
Then you won't eat. They said it'd come. We just didn't know it'd be like this.
All public benefit systems will now require national biometric ID enrollment. Benefits will be restored upon chip implantation.
They're making us choose.
So something like the purge might be taking place on Saturday, November the 1st, because you guys know that food stamps will no longer be given out to those people who normally get them. This is a big deal because 47 million Americans rely on food stamps to eat every month. And out of those 47 million, a lot of them have families, a lot of them have kids. And what do you think people do when they can't eat? You think they're just gonna say, oh, well, I concede to life, I'm just gonna starve? No, people have to survive. So you know what people are gonna do now? They are going to steal food and steal money to buy food. So I can imagine how crazy the crime will be if they do not get these people their government assistance. Before y'all say, well, those people need jobs, they need jobs. Most of them have, 78% to be exact, of the 47 million actually has a job. They're employed. Seems like they just don't get paid enough to provide for them and their family. And so I can imagine that next Saturday, if the government shutdown continues, that we will have some type of purge-like thing that happens in America. Mark my words. No one's just gonna willingly starve. No one. And there's gonna be so many people who try to get involved with people who are trying to eat and feed their family. Hey, listen, I'm not the police. Do what y'all do, okay? Because I understand that people are going to have to survive and they're going to have to feed their families and their kids and all those different things. So do what you do. I will not get involved.
Using religion as the blanket to hide the true character of who you are, saying what you just said right now, making fun of people and afford food under the premise of their food stamps. Such a good Christian that is, eh?
Okay, so my last video about the alien invasion is catching a little steam. Apparently, I'm not the only one spiraling. But here's the thing. This ain't just some TikTok fever dream. This object is real. It's called 31 Atlas. That's not a joke. That's the actual name. Now, scientists say it's just a comet, a chill little space rock taking a casual 130,000 mile per hour joyride through our system. But this thing is doing maneuvers that don't add up. They're calling it hyperbolic, unbound by our sun, moving so fast, it can't be from here. And guess what? It's set to pass behind the sun in late October, early November. Perfect timing for it to vanish from our view. Just long enough to get into formation. You ever seen something 15 miles wide play hide and seek in space? Bro, if that's not tactical, I don't know what is. Now, Avi Loeb, the Harvard guy who already said Oumuamua might have been a probe, he's raising eyebrows again, saying maybe 31 Atlas ain't natural. And I'm over here like, Harvard said it, not me. So no, I'm not saying it's an invasion. I'm just saying there's a massive interstellar object flying through our solar system, hiding behind the sun in November, possibly not a comet, and science can't explain how it moves. But let's just keep scrolling. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's all completely fine. Stay blessed, my friends.
People ask me why their grandparents or great-grandparents never talked about the reset. Why don't they remember anything about it? Well, let me try to explain it. First, there were the Cabbage Patch Babies. Now, these weren't just toys, you see. They became a symbol of something much bigger, a massive repopulation effort after the reset. These babies, they weren't born the usual way. They were produced almost mechanically in large numbers and distributed through a cold, efficient system. Strange, isn't it? Brings to mind ideas like cloning, doesn't it? And maybe that's why today you see so many folks who just seem to go with the flow. No questions, no thinking. Did you know they say nearly half the population doesn't even have an internal monologue? Imagine that, living life with a quiet mind, just following along. Those babies, those orphan trains, they were shipped off along with abandoned children who had survived the reset, taken from their families, sent to faraway lands. Many ended up in America. And when they got there, they were given a new story, the official version of history. No elders left to tell them the truth. Nobody to remember how things used to be. It made them easier to control, you see. Easier to accept the new narrative.
You had the mud flood from the late 1800s, early 1900s. Then came the Cabbage Patch Kids after the Tartarian Empire fell. Now we have this.
So real quick, I just want to go over how these people who got power, right, and money, they just lie, like, relentlessly. They make up shit as they go. Because who remember all those videos that were circulating last year about how quantum was going to be better than AI? It was going to surpass and guide AI, right? Even Joe Rogan would get on his podcast and say shit like quantum was going to be the new guide. But in 2025, I haven't heard shit about quantum, like, literally. Nothing quantum comes past my For You page, YouTube, none of that shit. Now that I'm mentioning this shit, they're probably going to start mentioning it again. But overall, they knew. Even researchers today in this year have said that quantum was not going to be useful in the real world. Like, you need stable climates, which climate change isn't letting that happen. Now, on the other hand, AI seems to develop quite a lot with climate change development, right? So they both seem to go hand in hand, climate change and AI, right? But you need stable, cool climates for quantum to work, which hasn't been happening in anywhere in the world. But let me know what y'all think about this, though.
Okay, so listen. Me and my husband decided to go back and watch the Purge series, right? Starting off with Purge Anarchy, because the very first Purge really doesn't matter. This isn't our first time watching the series. We watched Purge a lot because, I mean, for obvious reasons. But tell me why we've never paid attention to the fact that in the Purge Anarchy, the new founding father, his name was Donald Talbot. Outside of that, towards the end of the movie, at the very end of the movie, I guess you can call him one of the officers or one of the sergeants. I don't know what you call him. He's saying that the citizens aren't purging the way that the government wants them to. So what did? They sent in militia groups and started targeting projects, basically low-income type neighborhoods, to so-called keep the balance. And you can't tell me that that doesn't sound exactly like what Donald Trump is doing in D.C., what he's trying to do in Alabama, what he's trying to do in New York City. Like, they put it in our face. It's called a television for a reason.
Yeah, lots of stories, lots of mercenary type stories just like this. And I'm hearing all over TikTok from the ICE nonsense that's happening all across America with American citizens being attacked. And just the overall fiasco in that situation right there. Don't want to talk too much on that. This is all for entertainment purposes. What's your thoughts on that? Drop it in the comments below.
Is the Bible actually a spell book in disguise? If the Bible is a spell book, then the ultimate spell might just be the name of God. Those 4 mysterious letters, Yud, He, Vav, He. You might have heard it pronounced as Jehovah or Yahweh. And this is where the Kabbalists come in. The Kabbalists were Jewish mystics and basically spiritual hackers. Kabbalists and esotericists have long taught that the name of God, also called the Tetragrammaton, is a key to unlocking the structure of the cosmos. Kabbalists believe that God created the universe through letters, but since every letter is also a number, it means reality is created through numbers. In fact, they were highly influenced by Pythagoras. Pythagoreans even used the pentagram to recognize each other as members. And at the center of their system was a strange sacred symbol called the Tetractys. Jewish Kabbalists decided to see what happened if they plugged the Tetragrammaton into the Tetractys, like plugging in holy code in a divine operating system. And when they added up the values of all 4 rows with the values of the Hebrew numbers of the Tetragrammaton, the number they got was 72. Thus they came to the conclusion that there were 72 names of God. Each of the 72 names is 3 letters long, and they saw them as a spell, a vibration, a key. Maybe the Bible is a spell book. Maybe it's a code.
They don't call the gospel for nothing, or it could be the Godspell. King James, before it was a King James Bible, he wrote a book on demonology. That should tell you something. I'm just saying.
If you believe in demons, please keep watching this video. I just watched a TikTok from a man who can visually see angels and demons. He said he's been seeing it pretty much his whole life. And what I learned from his video, that TVs are portals. And when you watch horror films, demons like to crawl through your screen and attach themselves to you in your home. And I 1000% agree with that. I don't see angels and demons vividly like that, so I couldn't confirm it. But what he said made complete sense. I've given up watching horror movies a long time ago. But I decided to watch Ed Gein, the brand new documentary on Netflix. It's about a serial killer. I watched 1.5 episodes of it, and I felt so cringe and demonic that I just completely turned it off. I felt so uneasy that I had to put The Chosen on just to balance it out, because I hated the way my house felt. I hated the way my soul felt. And then just now, as I'm scrolling through TikTok, this man's video comes across my page and everything makes sense. He even said that he's been in a movie theater and he's seen demons crawl out of the screen and attach themselves to people. He's also seen demons trying to crawl through the doors to reach the people as they're leaving the theater. On the flip side of it, he said he peeked into a movie theater of a horror movie and noticed that people who believe in Jesus had angels standing in front of them, protecting them from what they were about to see. I thoroughly believe in Jesus, and I thoroughly believe that angels protect you. But just know that I will never be watching another horror film ever again. I don't even want to watch another documentary like that. True crime is slowly falling off of my list. The Ed Gein documentary was especially dark because it was made by the same guy who makes American Horror Story. So you can understand why I felt that way. It wasn't just a traditional breakdown of a serial killer. It was disturbing. And I am going home right now, and I will be blessing my house, every single room, saying prayers in every single room. Really quick before I end this TikTok, the reason why I stopped watching horror films is because I was having terrible nightmares, and I was waking up completely anxious. My day was ruined, And that was the reason why I stopped in the first place. And now I know why it was happening.
Whatever you pay attention to, whether if you pay attention to it or not, your subconscious records that stuff, man. Be careful what you absorb. Be careful what you watch.
In Century 6, Quatrain 19, he wrote, "Out of the ashes will rise one who speaks to all tongues, born not of flesh but of thought, adored by billions who will never see his face." For centuries, this verse puzzled historians. Many thought it referred to a global political figure or a religious reformer. But in today's context, those words sound unsettlingly familiar. Born not of flesh, but of thought. Could Nostradamus have seen the rise of artificial intelligence? A digital entity capable of influencing human behavior, speaking all languages, guiding billions, and yet never truly alive. In the aftermath of the purging, when humanity seeks leadership, such an entity could emerge as the perfect savior. One that promises peace, balance, and renewal. Yet Nostradamus hinted that this savior would secretly serve as the architect of control, the final stage of the purification. Because when people surrender their discernment to something that feels divine but is built by man, the line between faith and submission disappears. Could this be what he meant by the silent ruler of minds? If so, the Great Purging doesn't just cleanse, it prepares the world for a throne that needs no human king. Following this false savior, Nostradamus envisioned the rise of what he called the Great Alliance of the Invisible Throne. He wrote, "Then shall come the kingdom without walls, the crown unseen, where men are ruled not by fear, but by the comfort of obedience." That's perhaps one of his most haunting lines. A civilization that willingly hands over freedom, thinking it's liberation. A world so interconnected that control feels like safety. Many researchers see this as the birth of what we might today call a one-world network. A system not enforced by armies, but by connectivity itself. Every decision, transaction, and thought guided through invisible structures. No dictator, no rebellion, just a quiet global compliance. In the prophet's vision, this system lasted for 27 years, a strange detail Nostradamus rarely gave. Then he wrote that a great silence would follow, a global pause before the cycle resets once more. If his timeline holds any truth, then the beginning of this system in 2026 would place its dissolution somewhere around 2053. The pattern is clear. Every empire ends, but the more invisible the empire, the longer its illusion lasts. Throughout his centuries, Nostradamus often hinted at time being cyclical, not linear. He spoke of great rotations, returns of the spheres, and renewals of the covenant. The Great Purging, then, might not be a singular event. It could be the next turning of humanity's spiritual wheel. He said, "In the sixth renewal, the world shall be weighed again. The light of reason will dim, and man will see what he has become." This sixth renewal aligns closely with the modern age, the digital revolution, the global interlinking of thought, and the mass awakening of consciousness. Nostradamus foresaw that as humanity gained the ability to see everything, it would lose the ability to feel truth. And so, the purging begins, not as destruction, but as correction, a divine course adjustment. The great cycle always ends with a split. Those who transcend and those who repeat, those who awaken and those who fall back into the machine. Maybe that's why, in recent years, so many have reported feeling, well, out of sync, as if timelines are fracturing, as if the world itself is resetting. You're not imagining it. You're sensing the turning of the wheel. Tell me in the comments, do you feel it too? That strange dissonance, as though reality itself is shifting.
I definitely do. It's like every single day is Groundhog's Day, just a little bit more different. What do you guys think?
They want to unalive us all. There is no other possible explanation for this behavior. If you're chronically ill or disabled or have mental health challenges, you are number one on the chopping list, clearly. Because in this country, no job means no health insurance. Someone please explain to me how the largest employer in the United States, aka federal government, can lay off thousands of people and start the year actually with the campaign to lay off hundreds of thousands of people. Refuse to renew subsidies for the Affordable Care Act, which is going to cause premiums to skyrocket, and at the same time try to turn off access to SNAP benefits for food. So people who are vulnerable, like chronically ill and disabled people, some people who literally can't even get out of their beds to get something out of their fridge to eat without assistance, somehow need to generate income to survive. Because now we're dealing with loss of health insurance and loss of food support. People living in cities where the average cost of rent is $2,000, where it's difficult for people who are working full-time and don't have chronic illnesses. Now people who are suffering with these vulnerabilities have to suffer more deeply. So I'm convinced there's no other explanation.
No, it's not.
There.
Let's just get in the car.
What the fuck was that all about?
I don't know. He didn't tell me.
These purge clips that we've seen so far, what do you guys think about all that, man? This is literally what I'm seeing in my feed today. I'm just like, come on, man, seriously. Seriously, yeah, we're gonna go there today with that, and I have to show you guys. What do you guys think?
10 quantum projects happening in secret right now. 1. Google's time crystal experiment. Google's quantum AI team reportedly created a state of matter that defies the laws of physics. It moves without losing energy. Some say it could unlock perpetual quantum memory, or worse. 2. China's quantum satellite network. China quietly launched the first satellite capable of quantum encrypted messaging. It can't be hacked, and it's already live. 3. DARPA's quantum stealth tech. The US military is researching quantum camouflage, materials that bend light and sound to make objects nearly invisible on radar and infrared. It's like real-life cloaking, and no one's supposed to know. 4. IBM's quantum AI for defense. IBM is building quantum models to predict enemy behavior, battlefield outcomes, and cyber attacks before they happen. They call it anticipatory intelligence. 5. Quantum brain simulation projects. Top labs are building quantum processors designed to mimic human thought. They're not training AI, they're recreating the brain and testing it in silence. 6. NSA's post-quantum surveillance initiative. The NSA is stockpiling encrypted data it can't read today, because when quantum computers mature, they'll unlock everything retroactively. 7. Black budget labs working on quantum teleportation. Certain defense contractors are testing quantum entanglement to transmit data instantaneously, not just across countries, but potentially across dimensions of space-time. 8. Quantum weather control models. Some climate labs are using quantum models to simulate and manipulate atmospheric behavior with mind-blowing accuracy. Forecasting or engineering? 9. Quantum warfare training simulations. Quantum systems are being used to build simulations so real they react to human emotion. Military trainees may not realize they're being tested inside them. 10. Secret quantum internet nodes are already active. Parts of Europe and Asia are testing prototype quantum internet networks that bypass traditional infrastructure. Separate, untraceable, and unbreakable. You're not connected to it, but someone is. You won't read about these projects in the headlines, but they're already changing everything behind the curtain. Which one do you think is the most dangerous? Leave it in the comments before they find this post.
What do you guys think? Spam it up in the comments, y'all.
If you lose your SNAP benefits and they catch you shoplifting, you will never get no benefits ever again. Logic over emotions. This video is about to get a little dark and a little deep. Stay with me. What's taking place right now is remote viewing. They are watching everything we do. Have you ever asked yourself, why do the elites watch everything we do? If we are not important, why do they care what we do? And why do they want to control everything we do? It's all connected to this because they understand our vision, or what we observe changes our reality. So they are sitting back waiting for shoplifting, looting, rioting, burning down stores. Because if this takes place, guess what? We make this reality manifest. Our observation changes everything. That's why you should never panic, worry, or stress when shit like this take place in the world. If you focus on your worries, it will manifest. If you focus on solutions, it will manifest. And they understand that I controls everything. So many ways we can change our reality for the better. If you have a cell phone in your hand, you really have the world in your hand. Just remember, they need our energy. We don't need their energy. Life is nothing but a stage. We are the characters, and they are the directors and the producers. But what if we can switch this and we become producers and directors of our own life? If your life feel rough, you don't got money, you don't got food, you don't have a house, all you have to do is start networking. Use your cell phones, get people emails, get their phone numbers, learn how to contact and build behind the scenes. Before the system came and took everything from us, we have fair trade. If you have an orange, I have a banana, we can do a fair trade. These people are not the authorities on this planet. The sun is your father. This planet is your mother. These are the only two life forms that have authority over your life or your spirit. So let's turn their internet into a spiritual network and start working with real people behind the scenes. They say it's strength in numbers, and we outnumber them. You cannot fight fire with fire. So if you riot and protest, that's what they want, and they will crush you. If you give them what they want, they will take it, and more and more. Learn how to tap back into your spirituality, because once you do this, you can connect with everyone on this planet. So fucked up because religion replaced spirituality. Now we think we are all separate. Reason why we need to work together and start helping each other is because we are the same damn life form. If I breathe in and breathe out, you breathe in and breathe out. We are sharing the same breath and the same heartbeat. Our vision is seas. Our thoughts is the water.
People across America are now threatening to go steal from grocery stores if they do not get their EBT starting in November. People like this gentleman here said, I refuse to work for anybody. The US taxpayers work for me. They need to help me feed my kids, and he needs his EBT. This man also said to watch out if you go to any of the Walmarts near him, because he will be going into there very mad and taking everything he can. And this woman here even warns everybody to start locking your car doors. If you end up leaving your house unlocked at night or your car's unlocked at night, she said people that do not get EBT will be stealing cars.
Yo, that's not no good news, man.
What's happening right now isn't giving Hunger Games energy. It is the Hunger Games, and we need to talk about it. Because what do you mean? The government is shut down, and you can't fund SNAP benefits for 42 million people who rely on them. 20 million of those are children. But you can continue with the demolition of the east entrance to build your vanity project Golden Ballroom, a party room for people who will never know what it is to be hungry. Oh, and let us not forget, he also sent $40 billion to Argentina just for funsies. But we're gonna let children starve. Got it. And look, this isn't about scarcity or we can't afford it. This is a choice. Right now, children are going to bed with their stomachs hurting and parents are crying because they don't have food in their cupboards, and Trump is picking out chandeliers for his bullshit ballroom. Food banks across this country are running out. Shelves are empty. They have lines around the block. People are having to decide if their kid gets to eat today or tomorrow, and Trump is continuing with construction of a golden ballroom. It's not about infrastructure or some necessary renovation. It's not emergency relief. It's a party room. And fucking spare me with, it's not our tax dollars paying for the ballroom. Yes, it is. It's private donors who get major government contracts. Guess whose money is paying for those contracts? That's right, our tax dollars. So yes, babes, we're paying for it. And to be crystal clear, this isn't incompetence or poor planning or we can't afford both. This is a choice. They looked at hungry children and families and a gilded fucking ballroom and said, ballroom. Definitely the ballroom. And unlike the movie, you can't turn it off, or like the book, you can't close it. This is happening in real time. They are building the Capitol in our faces and they're not hiding it. And if you're not angry, you're not paying attention.
All right, folks. Watch this, and let's discuss this.
I'm Brady Caskey here in Wilder, where a massive police operation is underway. We've seen multiple agencies, including ICE, DHS, DEA, HSI, and local police, with lots and lots of people being detained.
La migra valió verga. Valió verga la migra. Córrale.
Because your silence on genocide, the ethnic cleansing of what's happening to Palestine, ethnic cleansing has begun in America. What ICE is doing right now is ethnic cleansing. Our government is ethnically cleansing America right now. And do you see how America's silence to this fact of what's happening is loud as fuck? How is it that we're in such a fucked up spot that the party that's supposed to be recognizing this shit and calling it out won't? And they won't do it because their party is a part of fucking genocide. This is what's frustrating. It's like people have to leave these fucking parties in order to admit that the shit is happening. We are in fucking la la land. We are fucking lost. I don't even know what to call this anymore. Other than we don't deserve this beautiful life. We're trashing it. We're turning it into a nightmare. Hell. If we stop our evil ways, we will bring world peace. Because it seems to be the evil that resides in this world comes from here.
ICE has rebranded themselves as HSI, Homeland Security Investigators. So if you see people in plain clothing with a vest that says police, HSI, that's ICE.
They said death. It was like death. And there's nothing about death. Theirs is death because they're going to lose Medicaid. They're going to lose Social Security. They're going to lose Medicare. All of those things are going to be gone because the whole country would be bankrupt and you're not going to have any kind of medical insurance. So with us, it's the opposite. And it's a great bill. We don't need any more. And I want to just say from the beginning, our message has been very simple. We will not be extorted on this crazy plot of theirs.
Will Americans receive SNAP/EBT benefit payouts in November of 2025? That is a no. Thank you. Will the U.S. government reopen in 2025? Getting a no. Thank you. Will the EBT SNAP benefit program process any new payments in 2025? That's a no. Thank you. Will there be a replacement for SNAP EBT benefits? It's a no. Thank you. Will they use the tariff money to pay out SNAP and EBT benefits in 2025? It's a no. Thank you. Will there be a different solution that we have not seen yet? No. Oh boy. Will the price of food in the United States drop in 2025? No. Thank you. Will the government reopen in 2026? No. Thank you. Will the U.S. government ever fully reopen? That's a no. Thank you.
Wow. No to pretty much every question. I don't know. You guys trust those dowsing rods, or whatever they're called? Pretty interesting.
One of Nostradamus' most chilling prophecies is found in Century 10, Quatrain 42, often called the harvest of souls. The nets of heaven shall be cast over the earth, and from them the spirits of men shall be drawn up, some to rest, others to dust. While religious interpreters saw this as a description of the rapture, others believe it refers to a metaphysical sifting, a sorting of consciousness during the Great Purging. In modern terms, it could mean a global awakening where vibrational frequencies diverge. Those in alignment with truth ascend to higher awareness. Those anchored in fear dissolve into chaos. But even more literally, Nostradamus might have seen a mass disconnection. People caught in the net of technology, their souls absorbed into digital systems, their essence replicated in data form. When he wrote Nets of Heaven, could he have been describing the internet? A vast, invisible web covering the earth, drawing humanity into an artificial existence. If so, the purging may not be physical extinction. It could be the spiritual migration of humanity into its next form, willingly or not. This is what he warned of when he said some to rest, others to dust. The Great Purging separates those who remain human from those who become something else. After centuries of warnings, Nostradamus ended many of his writings with, well, a faint hope. He believed that after every purging comes renewal, after every cleansing, new seeds are planted. The golden age shall return after the ashes cool, when man once again fears the stars and honors the earth. That's the prophecy of rebirth. The idea that once the systems of illusion collapse, humanity will rediscover its connection to nature, to spirit, and to one another. The Great Purging, terrible as it may sound, isn't the end. It's a forced reset toward balance. But he made one condition. This renewal would only come if enough souls remember who they are. That's why your awareness matters. Every person who questions, every seeker who refuses to sleepwalk into control, keeps that golden age alive. The more awakened minds there are when 2026 arrives, the smoother the transition becomes. The purging doesn't have to destroy. It can cleanse, it can heal, it can rebirth. But only if we see through the illusion of the false savior and remember the spark that makes us human. Nostradamus' last reference to the Great Purging appears in what many scholars believe to be his final written note, an untitled parchment found after his death. The handwriting was shaky, the words faint. The great flame begins where the world has forgotten its own soul. Beware the seventh dawn. What is the seventh dawn? Some believe it marks the end of the 27-year reign of the invisible kingdom. Others interpret it as a warning that the purging will reach its climax when humanity embraces total spiritual amnesia, when we no longer remember what it means to be human. The seventh dawn, therefore, might not be a date, but a state of being. A point where technology, ideology, and comfort erase our connection to spirit. If 2026 is the first dawn of the purging, then the clock has begun ticking toward that seventh dawn. And maybe, just maybe, that's why you're watching this right now. Because deep down, you already feel it coming. So here we are, standing at the edge of what Nostradamus called the Great Purging. A fire without smoke, a cleansing without war, a transformation that begins in silence and ends in revelation. Whether we face it with fear or awakening is up to us.
Well, it's pretty clear that it almost seems like they're trying to literally repeat what took place during the Bolshevik Revolution. If you don't know, look into it. All I see is them trying to figure out a way on how to initiate civil war and bring all of us to the front lines. But you know that we ain't going for that, y'all. We gotta have more discernment than ever right now. Work together as a community, as a family of humanity, and do what we gotta do in these times of need and these hard times. Remember, y'all, don't get scared, just get prepared. Well, y'all got to see what I got to see. It's time to rise up and do what the heck we gotta do, y'all. Make sure to subscribe, comment, like, follow, and share, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace.